What's going on YouTube? Welcome to another video. Today's video we're going to be covering everything about center midfielders. This includes defensive mids, center mids, box to box midfielders, and attacking midfielders. The most important thing that you are going to get out of this video is the positioning aspect of what you should be doing in general, in possession and out of possession. Of course, every situation varies. It depends on the game situation, but with this video, I hope that you have a basic framework of where you need to be positioned in order to have more success in the midfield. So for this first part of the video, we're going to cover the defensive midfielders, and one key thing that I really want you to identify is whenever the center backs are on the ball, you need to be on the blind side of the attackers, always trying to stay central, always trying to provide the proper angle, and always positioning your body where you're ready to receive and potentially get out of trouble. You always want to try and maintain this triangle as much as possible. This is, in general, for you to be an option for your center backs. Again, as you can see in this clip right here, on the blind side at an angle and with the hips open, ready to receive and switch play if needed. If we move on to the next play, we are going to see that the ball is going to be played with a fullback, and you as a center defensive mid, you want to stay central and try to move into the half space to become an option. Your objective in this situation is not to check in too deep, but rather to become an option. You are going to be doing this to either drag away the defender to create a passing lane, or you're going to be able to create space for yourself to then progress forward like in this play here. Another key aspect is whenever your center mids do have the ball, you want to be slightly behind them in order to support. So in this situation right here, this midfielder is behind them to support. They get on the ball, they notice they have space to progress, and then this is what makes them stand out, finding these passes inside the pockets to break lines. And just by doing this, that midfielder is able to generate an attack. In this next clip, you can see again, the ball goes out wide. Now we're in the attacking third. Notice how that midfielder is in the middle of the pitch, moving to support. In this scenario, they have tight pressure. They can't turn out. So during these moments, literally just play the way you face. Your teammates are around you. Let play happen. Stand still. Let everybody know that you are an available option. As you can see in all of these clips, center defensive mids, you always want to be central. You always want to be an option to relieve pressure from one side to the other, or just support your teammates. In this next clip, we're going to be looking at the center midfielders or box-to-box players. If the center back has the ball, you are going to be slightly higher than your center defensive mids. There will be moments when your center defensive mid is a little deeper that you can slide in, be that support for your teammates out wide. This is going to allow you to create plays similar like this. You can be dropping in to create attacks from deep in the midfield, or you can be high inside the pockets creating plays like this one as well. A lot of attributes that the center mids have that center defensive mids don't typically have as much is their ability to dribble and their ability to exploit space. As you can see, their objective is always to stay slightly higher than the center defensive mid, but there will be moments that you need to drop, or you will drop deep to get on the ball from your center back, just like in this clip right here. Again, just moving back up into space, staying in the pocket, being an available option. This is something that you should consistently be looking for as a center mid. Another situation that might arise is you are starting a little bit higher inside the half space. As the ball goes out wide, maybe you are dragging that central midfielder out to create space centrally, and you slightly go a little bit wider to maybe be an option out wide, or simply stay in the half space. Whatever the situation calls for in those moments, after you want to try and look and join the attack, your next action is to push forward. Again, you can see in this clip right here how this player is being that support for another player, another striker or winger inside that pocket. This midfielder right here is dropping deep to create this triangle. The center defensive mid has pushed up slightly, but this is also a situation that will occur plenty. And lastly, attacking midfielders, the number 10s. Basically, your main objective is always to start inside the pockets of space. The reason why you need to start in these pockets of space is because you are the player that will generate and create opportunities and create chances as often as possible, especially in these areas in the attacking third. Your job is consistently to create chances by turning players, creating amazing passes in these areas of the pitch. So one thing that you always need to look for is always start in the pockets. Depending on the game situation, you're either going to stay in the pocket or you're going to drift out wide. Like in this clip right here, you can see how once the ball gets played out wide, that midfielder also makes that diagonal run. The center defensive mid makes a wide pass to the fullback, and then the attacking midfielder is able to make that diagonal run into the wide space. As an attacking midfielder, it's very important to understand what the situation of the game is currently happening. But one key thing that you should always look for is whenever the ball goes wide, you also go wide. Again, if that space is not available, then your objective is not to go wide anymore. It's more so to be inside that pocket and create that small triangle between you, the winger, and the fullback. And lastly, all midfielders out of possession. The most important thing is to stay compact. One midfielder should always be covering space, the other midfielder should be covering the passing lane, and the attacking midfielder should always be covering the defensive midfielder. In this situation, you can see how when the attacking midfielder goes to press the CDM, everybody stays together, everybody pushes up, and they're able to win that ball in the midfield. And there you have it, guys. Everything you need to do and everything you need to know as a midfielder, whether you're a defensive mid, a center mid, a box-to-box, or an attacking midfielder. Again, these cues and these instructions are very general overviews of where you should be. Everything varies by the attributes that you possess and, of course, what your coach is asking you to do. But just make sure that next time that you are playing this weekend or next weekend when you have your games, make sure you look for these moments during matches. Once you're able to identify these moments and these situations, it's going to allow you to make those better decisions when you are on the ball, when you are moving into a new space, whatever the case may be. But you have to be consistently looking for these moments. Remember, work smarter, not harder. Don't be around the field just running like crazy, not knowing where to go, just hustling, trying to get on the ball every single time. We don't need you to do that. You need to get on the ball when it's your moment in your zone so that you can do exactly what you need to do in the matches. So, like always, like and comment, share this video, subscribe to our channel. If you want to keep improving your football IQ, we have everything on this channel. Make sure to check out our other videos. Until next time, guys.